Hello, everybody. Mike Eastep here with Hit the Mat. We are here with Jay County head coach Eric Myers. And, Coach, wow, you had were they ranked 5th or 6th? I've heard two different viewpoints on that.
I think they're ranked, man, they were ranked 5th. I feel like they're 6th now.
Yeah, I read that they were ranked 6th, but I heard some people talking 5th tonight. So I quoted 6th, but I don't know which one at this point. Somewhere in there, 5th or 6th.
They adjusted them yesterday, so I feel like they're 6th now.
Okay, very good. And but wow, what a match! This is what Indiana wrestling. You got number 1 against number 6. What a lot of fun for the fans to come out and see this. And not a bad crowd tonight, enthusiastic crowd.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for our kids. Norwell's well coached. I know that they had a couple kids out tonight, and we had a couple out, but it's kind of that time of the year, but we love to get some good competition. We wrestled a ranked team last week in Delta last Tuesday, and they were number 2, and then we had Norwell come in today, and then on Saturday we'll see number 4 Garrett, 2A number 4. So we've got a lot of good competition lately, and our guys have been up to the challenge so far, and we just hope that grind prepares them for the team state coming up, and eventually the state tournament series.
Yes, and facing these tough opponents early, Coach, it certainly can't hurt you, can it?
No, we get a good gauge on where we're at, what we need to work on, and we hope we prepare our guys to be successful going forward based on some of those matchups.
And, Coach, I interviewed a number of your wrestlers tonight, and I want to say what a bunch of great young men. Well-spoken, humble. Just amazing, to see that, and kudos to you and the program for coaching these young men and putting values into them that clearly shows.
I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Those, we try and instill the values that we want them to present going forward in those kids, and they got good parents too that instill those values.
Yes,
we try and reinforce that in the wrestling room. So I feel like we've got a really great group of kids that supports each other. They try and do the right things, and that's what we want. We want to make great kids and eventually great men and women and leaders going forward. We want to win matches, but more importantly, we want to make good people out of them.
And Coach, when you take kids like that, it's no wonder that you're number 1. I mean, when you got cohesive group like that are the kind of people they are, high achieving people like that, being number 1 really is no surprise when you got kids like that.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I think. And as coaches, we want to make sure we push the right buttons to so that they improve. And really, I'm like, don't mess it up.
Yes,
We've got such great kids. I just want to supplement what they've got and help them as much as I can to be successful. And they've got a lot of it on their own. Really mentally tough kids, hardworking kids, and just really blessed to have the opportunity to coach them.
Yes. And Coach, tell us a little bit about your wrestling days and what led you to want to be a head coach.
Well, I started wrestling about 4th grade. I had a buddy that, his family brought me along to the AAU trips, and I just kind of, I grasp onto it. With that Cobra Kai series going on, I tell the kids that I watched The Karate Kid whenever I was little, and I saw that big bracket. And the first time they took me to a wrestling meet, I saw my name in a bracket, and I was hooked from there.
It was over after that.
It was over. So as I kept wrestling in middle school and high school, I kind of had in the back of my head I'd like to coach, and then I started thinking about what I wanted to continue to do after high school, and I was like, hey, you know what? I like to teach too. I really enjoy history and social studies, and if I could do both of those, that'd be pretty cool. So I ended up being lucky enough to do that. Teach 7th grade social studies now for going on 16 years, and this is my I think this is my 17th year being a head wrestling coach.
Okay.
So, really blessed to have the opportunities to do these things.
Yeah. Well, Coach, on behalf of myself and I know other people out there that are wrestling fans, kudos to you as a wrestling coach for making a difference in young people's lives. And coaches have a tremendous influence upon young people. And it's evident that you have guided these kids in a positive manner here at Jay County, and certainly you're reaping the benefits from that, and congratulations to you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And, I can tell you have a passion for the sport, and we have a passion for the sport, and really appreciate you coming down and covering our guys and covering the sport of wrestling. The more that we can get the word out there, that means the more that we can get kids out and wrestling, and the more support we have from the community, because they're going to know a little bit more about the great sport of wrestling. So really appreciate you covering us.
Well, thank you, Coach. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for coming on Hit the Mat Studios. That's Coach Eric Myers, everybody, of the #1 ranked Jay County Patriots, victorious tonight over the Norwell Knights. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.